Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. And I genuinely always say that with a smile on my face. You know, I just love doing these readings for you. So we're going to take a look and get right into whether, you know, what that conversation was in the 45 minutes that Harry allegedly forced on their king. You see, thinking about it after my reading, Charles wouldn't want anybody to go to the trouble. He's just that kind of guy, you know. He'd say, it's all right, there's nothing that can be done. I'll keep you updated or informed, you know. Don't leave your kids, don't leave Meghan. But, you know, so yeah, I completely and utterly believe that. This was maybe a shock, a surprise. Obviously, it wasn't when everything hit the newspapers. So we're going to focus on that part, okay? Okay, then. So, you know, did Charles tell, you know, what did Charles say to Harry about coming over? Well, that's a don't, okay? That's a don't. It's even a not, okay? It's a not. I don't think he knew. I do not think he knew. Look at that, look. He didn't even know he was coming, all right? Harry was already making these plans. He probably knew that his father would say some kind of no to him, you know, and be quite persuasive, saying, look, you know, everything's carrying on as normal, you know, don't worry yourself, basically, you know, don't worry yourself. So, yeah, I think when we got the Tower card in the last reading with the King, I think that was a shock to see Harry. I don't even believe, and I think it's going to come out as well, that the King didn't even know he was going to arrive. If you think about it, we've heard stories that, you know, it was the planes, you know, what is it, sliding doors, you know, so one in, one out. There wasn't a lot of time. I mean, after an 11-hour flight, even me as a mother, you know, if I was pissed off with and so angry, and if they'd done all that to me, I'd still offer them something to eat, you know, and organise a place to stay. So I think this was an absolute surprise. It says King Charles didn't know Harry was coming until it hit the headlines. So how did Charles feel when he found out from his assistants in the news that Harry was on his way? How did he feel? Actually, it made him feel happy, okay? It did. It made him, but it was a shock. He didn't know he was coming, but so just because he's happy about it doesn't mean to say that he knew he was coming. So he was happy, you know, because that's also true of a patient as well, isn't it? You know, when you're in hospital and I don't know, you might say to people, it's all right, you don't have to come and see me, you know, I know you've got a life, and I know you're busy, and I know you've got the kids, or anything else, you know, the cat to walk, but, you know, and then when they just turn up without asking, I think he's seen it as a nice thing, okay, so Charles has seen it as a nice thing, and it did make him happy, despite him not telling him to come. And then when he saw Harry, how did he feel? Do you know what? Oh, look, words fail me, okay? So words aren't coming out. I'm feeling emotional, edgy, sad. And then pityful, pitying them, you know, pitying Harry. Let's have a look. How did Charles feel when, you know, when he laid eyes on his son? I think it took a lot of strength for Charles to not be emotional or show like a reaction, but I just feel like I feel like Charles was wanting to put his arms around his son, basically, but maybe felt he couldn't, you know, wanted him to, because don't forget, from there on in, everything, he could have been wired, he could have had Megan on, you know, speed dial, you know, listening to everything, so he had to be firm with himself and step back, so that Harry will interpret as that my dad was being called. No, 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 Harry, your dad isn't being called, he's not going to be controlled by you, you know. He's not called. It's just that you've put him in such a position. And so we had safety nets in place as well. So no doubt Harry would have been checked for wires, I'm afraid. You know, it had been patted down. I mean, he's never going to have a bomb or a gun or anything, you know. But I think if he hasn't been searched, or I'll tell you what it is, I think he's been told to take his mobile phone and leave it out. Well, you can always have two, can't you? You know, so they've took no chances. King Charles has taken no chances, and you see, he would have been advised to keep it short with Harry, because the longer you're with somebody, the more comfortable you get, the more vulnerable you become, because you're gonna drop your guard. How, you know, what did Harry have to say then? What was Harry's main conversation with Charles? He's showing off the children, I think, because the children are already there, but that card's out. So he's talking about his children and how Meghan's an amazing mother. He's wanting to show, so he's showing pictures maybe to King Charles as well, and little videos, you know, as you do, as you do. Oh dear, Harry. Did you tell your dad that you want another child? No. Oh, good. Good, 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 good. Did Harry, because it's saying, Mum, I'm going to just like do a yes or no, so I won't be turning the cards over, even if it's a yes. So did Harry discuss Diana, his mum? No? Good. Camilla? No? You wouldn't want to talk about her, would you? Shame you've only just realised that now. This is what I mean about Howard. Howard. He's a coward. Harry's a coward. Yeah. Anyway, so was it about his children? No. What about the Queen? No. I don't know. I'm sure we will find out. I'm getting an older lady. I mean, it's definitely not Doria. Gee, is he talking about Fergie? No. Should I give up? Yes. I just love the universe. Okay, so they're not showing me, but, you know, there is something around a mother figure as well. Was this to do with the birth mothers? Has he discussed a birth mother? Yes, he did. You wanker. You've used that opportunity to discuss a surrogate. Well, what has King Charles assured Harry? What did he assure him in respect of this surrogate? What was his response? I think he started to call the meeting off. I really feel like he's broken it off, and he said, right, that's it. So he wouldn't comment. He's not going to comment. Can you imagine if Harry's been recording him? Was Harry going to either record him verbally, or was his intention to trap the king in this conversation? Well, what it is maybe this mother, right, is being very destructive, and she's angry as well, and doesn't, obviously she shouldn't be saying anything, and she intends to. I'm getting that she's feeling very, very vindictive to Harry and Meghan, and spiteful as well. Now, the thing is here, she's not really mean and vindictive and spiteful. She's well pissed off and angry about something she feels that she is right about. Okay, so yeah, there's a woman here as well. I just think we've been made sure not too much can be done. I don't think maybe he's not there to entrap him. Maybe he's there as an opportunity to sort this out, because he's in a panic as well, in a panic. Do we talk about things that we regret? I don't see no deep and meaningful here. And when I said in the previous readings that Harry has come, cap in hand for money, well, it wouldn't surprise me. However, when I say money, I mean like work and PR and headlines and keeping Meghan happy and, a boost, trying to boost. Harry doesn't look like a dutiful son. William does. Harry looks like a tosser who's just coming in, to make sure he's still in the will. That's how he appears. But wow, I couldn't have believed that. Okay, so what, did King Charles make any further arrangements for Harry? Has he made arrangements to see him? You see, it was short notice. It was short notice. Look, there's no doubt about it that Charles wants to see Harry. He sees how does Charles see Harry? How does he sum him up? How does he see him as a person? He sees his family are about to go through something else, and basically, he's going to have to pick up the pieces. He is. Charles isn't. Charles isn't, Harry's brought this on himself, he took himself from the royal family's bosom and went straight into Meghan's. There can never be a balance, unfortunately. There can never be a level way. You couldn't even say, right, Harry comes here and does this and that, and Meghan's over there and, sticks to directing porn. But at the end of the day, she can't control herself, and Harry can't control his desire to please her as well. So it's like always her approval that he wants. Oh, Charles sees that they're in a terrible mess, and also as well that he's done untold, I don't know whether damage is the word, but caused untold stress to people in the royal family and hurt them. He's lashed out and he's hurt them. I don't know. problem with Harry is, if he was like a doctor or a psychiatrist or even a medium, you know, or psychic, he'll listen to you if you're praising him. He won't listen to you, and he'll say, no, you're wrong, and, you know, get angry and you shit at your job and this, that and the other, and make accusations for the person who's telling them something they really don't like, but in a truthful way. And, yeah, because it doesn't suit his narrative, you know. He gets rid of all of these people. There's no one left to help tell Harry straight. And even his own father would be afraid to do that maybe as well, you know. So will he see him? Well, he said that he would. Yeah, he said he would. So I'm going to say he said he would. How did Harry and Charles leave things then last night? I freaking love it. I love it. Charles stopped the meeting. Charles said, that's it, you know, gotta go. Probably text and said, pick us up early in the helicopter. Right, okay, so Harry has gone about things the wrong way. Trying even still to bully his dad, you know. He hasn't come with a fresh attitude or perspective. He's the same as Harry, you know, and angry as well. So you didn't go about things in the right way. Bullying a china shop, maybe, you know, crashing him with this. It's like, I thought you'd come to see if I was all right, Harry, you know. I also thought you might be asking for a bit of cash, but I didn't expect this. Is this to do with the royal website? Did they also discuss the royal website? No. It's about, they didn't leave it on a good note. They didn't leave it on a good note, okay? I feel, you know, I don't know. I just feel like Harry will have been trying to go at his dad, you know, saying and talking 100 miles an hour, you know, saying things and trying to get this to be discussed. However, you know, Charles wants no part of it. We weren't involved in the beginning. We're certainly not going to get involved now. This is up to you to, you know, you're going to destroy your family and then have to pick it all up the pieces on your own, really. So he might have said he'd see him again, but that could have been said halfway or at the beginning of the conversation. I don't think... Oh, well, yeah, he could have said, let's talk some more, you know, or let's, I don't know. Charles wanted out of there. That's what I will say. Charles wanted out of Harry's space. But how did, you know, how did it make Charles feel when he realised that Harry had this in mind to discuss? You know, how did Charles feel, you know? That things, you know, things happen for a reason. This is the best thing. I don't know, you know, I'm getting wish cards, so maybe I'll see this on the looking back. But yeah, I'm getting a wish card. Dreams come true, yes. So I seem to think that Charles is very happy about this. Because he just wants it put to bed, you know. And if he's dying, he doesn't want William to inherit, you know, burdens down the line. So I think it's like Charles's desire. You know, not to intervene, not to stop something. I think he wants it out, you know, so that it doesn't fall to William. In fact, that would be a great reason why Charles wants this out, and that's why things will start to happen very quickly, especially now with the diagnosis. Because Charles won't leave William with that Harry's burden. I think that's going to, you know, we need to be looking at the surrogate reading in the near future once everything's died down. Okay then, so what? So where did Harry stay? Right, he was offered to stay somewhere, but you know, he was angry, so he went somewhere else to cool down. Okay, so we've already got that. Left his dad very, very unhappy. Tough titties, isn't it? Eh? That's you know, it's tough. He's gone to, you know, get drunk or, you know, stoned or take whatever, you know, being with people he shouldn't be. How does Megan feel about where he stayed last night? Well, he often does. He stayed there before, so I believe it was at Soho, and she's not feeling so bad. She knows what he gets up to. He was furious, you know. No, you're not staying there. No, you can't do this. You're supposed to give everybody, you know, 24 hours notice. So he hasn't. Oh, that's right, because he can't be trusted. And because of all the things that he's done before, because of the schedules and everything, like what the government said was it, or the palace said you have to give 24 hours notice. Because of all these things, he ain't got nowhere to stay. And was fuming. Fuming. You know, you can't be trusted anymore, Harry. Your family don't trust you. Could it be gotten back over time? Well, yeah, but I'm not sure with his dad. I don't know how long he's got left. It doesn't seem long, so it doesn't feel long. But you never know. You never know. I mean, cancer as well. People talk about cancer and they go, oh, and it's like an automatic death sentence, you know. And it's scary, isn't it? A lot of fear has been associated with that word. But there are many people that do, you know, make it. You know, you just have to look at your cancer research marathons and all the people and volunteers and fundraisers. It's because they have got involved because they've either had cancer themselves or, you know, family cancer. And yes, unfortunately, there's too much death, isn't there? But, you know, there is hope. There is hope, hopefully. Okay then, so what did Camilla say to Charles after the video? No, after the video. After the meeting. What did she say? So I'm creating something good, free areas, projects. Do you know why? I don't know. I do not know why, but I'm getting collaborating, okay? But we're asking what she said to Charles, and it's as if this is nothing to do with Harry. This looks like, you know, we've been at Buckingham Palace or wherever. Now we're off to Norfolk. And then we get a a meal or something, you know, somewhere else. So it was like 3 projects, 3 events. Yeah, events. I'd say definitely events. So it was like, you know, quite an eventful day. How does she feel about, you know, Harry after his visit? Yeah, she's not happy at all. Look at that, you know, you absolute coward, you know, coming running to daddy to stick up for you for all your shit that you've put everybody through. No thanks, you know. She sees him as an absolute coward. So he didn't want to be there when Camilla came, because Camilla was gracious enough to want to, you know, or offering to to be support to the king, and he didn't want to see her. He didn't want to see her. She is not a coward. He is. So that would piss you off straight away, wouldn't it? You know, it really would. Stunts like that, it's petty. It's just an infantile. What did Camilla think about Harry bringing up the surrogate? Watch out for people in business. It could cost you. She never agreed with it anyway. You know, it should not have been a secret. Not just for the world, but actually for the children. It's not healthy now, and you know, they've already done too much damage. You know, so I think in her mind, you know, and I think this would come into my mind as well if I was, you know, the Queen of England, is that by letting this come out, we kind of lose more than we gain, because, well, there are going to be, you know, so many stories, but, you know, look, the royal family haven't done anything wrong here. They're victims, and when it all comes out, you'll understand why I'm saying that, but they are victims. It's not about complacency either. So, you know, but it's still going to cost the monarchy. And what would you gain? And if you tried to pay off this woman and give her what she wanted, which is not about money, she's angry. She probably wants fame. Now, you can't buy fame. Just ask Meghan Markle. But yeah, so I think that's it's good. You lose more than you gain, you know. So but again, it's about saving William. You know, this it will be the reason that we save William from inheriting all that, because suddenly when you're at the top, there's no one, you know, much around you to back you up, because it's all the young ones now. So when it comes to William and he's parentless, you know, he won't have anybody to sort of like go to, you know, like a peer, someone higher and wiser, because eventually, you know, Edward and they'll all, you know, they all go back home. Okay, so they had some events. They was well pissed off. So that's why she hadn't said anything in the car, because there's not way of talking about. But yeah, more going out than going in. So did Charles obviously speak to William last night? Yes. So it's Charles, because William is fretting. And I just feel like, you know, Charles has said, just don't worry about something. Stop worrying about something. It's out of our hands, or it's out of our controls. You know, it's just a waste of time. Maybe he said to William, Harry is a waste of time. You know, that could be it as well. You know, it was a waste. Oh, well, he would have, wouldn't he? They've fallen out in the conversation. Harry's tried to strong arm his dad for something. And yeah, so I think that's what he said. It's a waste of time, a waste of meeting. So, how does William feel about Harry discussing the surrogate with Charles in the 45 minutes that he was there? It just proved him right. It just proved William and the world right, okay? Even his dad right. Someone unreliable, someone, thinks they're a bit of a player, like he does, a jackass. And, he said, William said, straight away he was against him coming, saying, he'll only be here to for either PR, money, or something else. There'll be an ulterior motive. And well, Charles has said, right, give him the chance, give him the chance, give him the chance, and has, and then he's gone in. Of all the things, I mean, obviously, right, this surrogate thing must be very, very close now. Very, very close. So, Harry is not sincere, and Charles saw Harry was not sincere within minutes, okay? He quickly realised, that this was minutes. It's like using this as an excuse to get an audience with your dad so you can speak in, private about such matters. No one gives a shit about whether they used a surrogate, whether the kids are this, that and the other. I don't care. I really don't. And I don't think he should make the children pay. Okay, they had no choice but to come into this world. So as far as I'm concerned, I would be quite happy for those two children to stay in the line of succession. I really do. It's why ostracise them? If you're a grandparent, then they're your grandchild, and if they're your grandchild, they deserve to be in that line of succession. So there's no way in this, no way. When you think about it logically, put it to your own bloody stories. There's no way you would do that. And you shouldn't, because what you're telling the child is that you're not valuable, you're not worthy, you're not an equal, you're not wanted, Do you really want those two children? They're going to need more help and support than ever before, I mean, you've seen what the two parents are capable of, okay? Great evil, no empathy, being cold, doesn't make, for good skills, really, does it? And it's certainly not going to win him father or mother of the year. So William knew straight away that he wasn't sincere. Okay then, so we'll do this then. Outcome for King Charles over this. He's not going to walk away. He's not going to give up. But in the same sense, he can't escape. So maybe Harry can corner him. We've already said that Charles will see him again. And he's not going to give up on his son, or, which I understand. And I'd be the same, so, I would be the same. But yeah, unable to walk away, not giving up, no escape. He's not going to turn his back on Harry. That's it. He's not going to turn his back on Harry. What about William? There could be, I'm getting Well, this is Harry's card usually, you know, just drugging it up and doesn't know how to cope and does all the wrong things, you know, to try and cope with his feelings and sort his feelings. So, you know, William probably sees that Harry is vulnerable in a way, very paranoid now, very paranoid. So he's seen all this complete change of his brother, you know, and I think when you're in the face of that, then you start to sort of like pity them, because Harry's got reasons for why he's like he is. He's married to her for a start. You know, he was insecure. He did have cameras turning up all the time and stuff. I'm not so buying the I marched behind the coffin, because if he hadn't have marched behind it, he'd have cried that he wanted to. So, you know, that goes out the window for me. Every child, unfortunately, has to go through that kind of process. So, yeah, I mean, he's just a dick, isn't he, really? But, you know, William sees, like, this is how pathetic you've come, how far you've dropped, how far you've fallen, you know. You had it all, and now you're scavenging around like a drug addict. And how does Harry feel? You know, what's the outcome for Harry of all this? Well, you think he can persuade his dad to do something, you know? So he does it, he believes in it, he's got hope, and yeah, it's like, and usually when he wants something, he gets it. And I'm going to say, I do feel like Harry will feel like he's got what he's wanted. You know, when Harry said about discussing not going back, you know, oh, I'll help you, I'll come and stay so and I'll do this and I'll do that. I don't know, there's no mention of that. This is mainly about, the highlight is the conversation about the surrogate, which is absolutely strange. Really, really strange. But everything flowed nicely. So, I don't know, you know. We'll see. So, whatever it is, he's going to be doing something with his idea. And, you know, he's responsible for it going well. Well, you know, you'll hear that. Harry saved the day. Harry made the day. Harry cheered the king up. The king's feeling much better now that he's got Harry with him, or, you know, he's in touch with Harry. Just stories, more stories. Okie dokie, that's it from me, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye bye.